behind that's really had to leave and go. We do not want to give them some chance to get back. So we called the juniors off to bring this race right forward. A lot of people have travelled a long way. We've got people from Western Australia, people from Tasmania, who have come here to witness what will be a fantastic spectacle of 40 laps. As we roll these guys around, please, let's give them one more big round of applause as they make their way around. Let's get them out, let's get them ready to run. The crowd wants the final. The lights are out. Are you ready? The pace car will come onto the infield. On the front row, Michael G and Kevin Burton get ready to make history. The 2006 Super Sedan Championship is about to be underway as we take the knee. Burton lights it up on the outside. Michael G tries to get the drive. He may have to drop down behind, and he does. Kevin Burton leads it away. McHugh's coming down when Randall's caught in the middle. Problems for him. Now the field comes through. McHugh's falling back. As the car, believe it or not, of Lucas Roberts, who finds himself up on the inside of Jamie McHugh. Kevin Burton leads him away. Michael G in second. Third is Charlie Leslie. And it's immediately the Master Blasters looking to the top end of the track to make a pass. Now look at this. Charlie Leslie sits back in third. Ian Brims patiently waits. And McHugh tries to make his presence felt early. Problems further back, Ray Randall being gobbled up by the cars such as Bagel as he makes his way towards the front. Look at this, Bevan Burton has got this car poised on the pole line. Tyres are going to be the issue. These guys really have got to conserve their tyres. Only two guys have gone to a hard compound. One of them is the car of Lucas Roberts, the other is Charlie Leslie. But at the moment, Kevin Burton looks nice and strong. It's the car of Michael G that's doing the chasing, and Leslie sits back waiting for his opportunity. Ian Brims has really been the quiet achiever. He has done what he's needed to, and Lucas Roberts is coming home. Oh, Wayne Brims slides up on the inside of Jamie McHugh as he tries to make his presence felt. 34 laps remaining. We've completed 6. As these guys get ready, they are rocketing towards the checkered flag. The times are coming down. Burton now, within 7 laps, can see like he is going to start lapping. The car's running at the rear of the field. He can see position 20 in front of him. So how's he going to play the traffic? Oh, look at this. Brims and McHugh going out and down the back. Wayne Brims and Jamie McHugh go side by side in turns 3 and 4. And Leslie finds himself in position number 3 with a great view of the racetrack ahead of him. They come up to car 78, the car of Bill Miller. Miller will be aware very shortly when they get within 2 or 3 car lengths, they'll show him a passing flag. But look at him rocking up behind. DK Darren Kane's coming. So is car 25. I tell you what, you can never ever discount these guys running at the back. Unbelievable is the pace these guys are running at. And it's great to see these guys running so hard. Out front, the race leader finds himself up on the inside of Bill Miller. The first car passed in this lap traffic, and all cars, Miller sits high, lets the whole group slide through underneath. As they now make their way through with 27 laps remaining. Brim slides through, so does the car over Lucas Roberts. And Roberts is starting to look strong. Leslie wants to get on with this, looking to find a line underneath the car roof, and does so right underneath Michael G. Catches Michael G a little bit off guard and now slides up in the first place. The heat is on, and now Johnny Leslie applies the blowtorch. 25 laps remaining. The laps are counting down very quickly. And Kevin Burton will be on the back of the slower traffic very quickly. Michael G's race isn't over. He's looking to build a racetrack slightly off the pole line and lets the back end of this car drift up. Kevin Burton out front has just sat this car on the pole line and is doing exactly what he needs to do. Lucas Roberts is coming home, and Michael G under the back of Johnny Leslie. Contact as they came through turn number 2. McGeorge trying to find his way past Bruno Jensen in the rear of the field as our race leader approaches these guys with 22 laps remaining. Randall sits on the infield. He'll take no further part in this. And car 31. Then, of course, this car of David Nichols is up on the board trying to keep out of harm's way. So far, no stoppages. 21 laps remaining. We're nearly at the halfway point as our race leader comes onto the back of position 16 and 17. Half race distance. And Bevan Burton, that car looks and sounds great out front. And Les Light starts to apply the blowtorch at the rear. Now, less than half the race left to travel. And Bevan Burton out front has got this car in a string. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. Les Light anticipating what's going to happen. Les Light setting him up to run down the outside. Johnny Les Light makes his move. Les Light drifts up, shows his hand. Ian Brims is in this as well. Brims, he's come from nowhere, finds himself on the inside of Michael G. And now Brims is up in the third place. Kevin Burton on the outside of the lap traffic. Les Light saying, you make a mistake and I'm going to make you pay. Oh, Johnny Les Light caught in the traffic. Couldn't make the move. Kevin Burton on the outside. Kevin Burton reading the traffic well. Les Light slides up. He can't take the car up there. Burton sits in the middle of the traffic. On the outside, Les Light still trying to find his way through. Les Light once again goes to the high side, trying to find a way around. In fact, it looks like he is trying to find a way around car 13, or in fact 15, Tim Watts. Burton caught in the middle, he's caught behind Bruno Jensen and John McGeorge in their own private battle. As Les Light goes round the outside, McGeorge has got up high, bit of contact over the back. As now McGeorge clearly gets out of the way, and our race leaders move their way to the back. We have not had a stoppage, we have 13 laps left to run. And Kevin Burton finds himself on the pole line with passing room left and right, but now he's got to contend with guys in their own private battles. The traffic is going to play a part in this. Les Light will be sitting behind waiting for the mistake. And have a look at this, Michael G on the outside. Lucas Roberts comes down, he washed up, and now Michael G has to hang on. Burton looking for lines, so McGeorge drives down the inside. John McGeorge hits the lead. John McGeorge now dives right down the inside with now 10 laps left to travel. John McGeorge is finally realising the dream. He's in front of Kevin Burton and slapping the traffic as he goes to the outside of Bruno Jensen. Kevin Burton straight back on the inside. Now still trying to find a way around, 9 laps left to travel. Have a look at this. Ian Brims is in third place. He has come from nowhere this weekend and just quietly achieved the impossible. But Leslie's starting to get frustrated. 8 laps left to travel. John Leslie looking to find a way past Bruno Jensen. But he and Kevin Burton goes right around the outside, trying to make it stick. Him and Leslie side by side, and Bruno. Oh, Tim O'Shea up on the boards. Unbelievable. The first stoppage at tonight's event. His time in the spotlight as we take the green. 7 laps left to run. And Harper gets caught up under the back of Lucas Roberts. But out front, Kevin Burton has put the pedal down. And Johnny Leslie's got to do the chasing. 6 laps remaining. Burton looks like he's got a package and he can run away from these guys. And Kevin Burton comes through the middle of turn 3 and 4 with 5 laps left to travel. Brimsey washes up. In comes Lucas Roberts. So now the top 3. Burton, Johnny Leslie and Lucas Roberts make their way around. 4 laps left to travel. And Brimsey tries to find a way back onto the podium. Kevin Burton has opened that gap on John Leslie, and John Leslie at this stage has got no answer. The reigning Australian champion, Tassie number 1, with 3 laps left to travel, is flying. They are really trying to put this together. Leslie has got nothing. Kevin Burton, with 2 laps remaining, has got a gap him. Down the back straight, he will catch the slowy traffic. He now has 1 lap left to travel. He is on the home stretch. He has done it hard all weekend. He started from pole. He comes through turns number 3 and 4 to take the jacket flag. Back to back, we have a new Australian champion. A back-to-back win. Kevin Burton takes the win. Second place to John Leslie. Third to Lucas Roberts. But folks, put your hands together for him. He has proved that he is a worthy Australian champion. Back-to-back victories for Tasmania number 1 and now Australia number 1 for the second time. Kevin Burton! How about that great race? In second place, John Leslie! And third, he has done it well this weekend as well. Car number 45, Lucas Roberts. Unbelievable. You'd have thought John Leslie had something left, Trev, but just when it counted, Burton put the pedal down and he was gone.
Yeah, Wes, I think the problem was that Leslie got that stoppage and we knew that he was on a hard compound tyre. And I think the tyre went off through that stoppage. And unfortunately for Johnny Leslie, that was all she wrote. With 7 laps left to run, he just wasn't able to get the heat back into that tyre. But full credit to Kevin Burton, back-to-back Australian champion. Lucas Roberts come on gangbusters towards the end there. Ian Brims was sitting pretty, but in the end lost out to Lucas Roberts and Jared Harper finishing in 4th. Brimsy credited with 5th from Michael G. Wayne Brims, Darren Kane, Mark Pagel and Brett Hignett rounded out the top 10. But full credit to Kevin Burton. He came here with a purpose to win back-to-back titles, and that's exactly what they did in that Randall's Transport car. And I've got to tell you, Wes, that car looked absolutely beautiful out there on the racetrack. It looked like it was on rails. And, well, how lucky is that, Wes? The right rear on Burton's car is as flat as a tack.
On the last lap, Trev, as he went across the start-finish line, that tyre blew and took him to the boards. Unbelievable. I think we need to get an oxygen tent and a crane to get Johnny Leslight out of the car. He is shot. Lucas Roberts. Unbelievable. Well, we get a camera's ready to go. A worthy champion. He's had his detractors, but he's definitely done the right thing here this weekend, and he has proven the fact that he's a very worthy Australian champion. Well done. Folks, we're just getting a little bit of television done. Jeez, it's a long time. John Leslight's had a great weekend. He's smiling. Second place in this sort of circumstance will make him very happy. But we will grab and welcome our winners here very shortly as I grab this other microphone and hold it. Kevin Purton, very happy on the back of the car. He's raced very hard. He's from the Moama Speedway. Please make him welcome in third place, Lucas Roberts. I'll put your sash on here, Luke. Mate, I tell you what, great effort this weekend. It really was a hard-fought race. 33 laps without a stoppage. Coming into traffic, you were just reading it so well. The gamble on the tyre seemed to pay off.
Yeah, well, thanks to Ronnie Bergmoy out there. He brought his race truck up with his car inside to take to Danny Smith's on the way home, and he had a few spare hard tyres in that thing, so he sort of donated a tyre on a rim and everything. I'll have to pay for it now, I suppose, won't I? I'll have to see the old bloke, he'll pay for it. But no, I'd like to thank the pit crew. Magnificent job all weekend. It's been tough. It's been drive, so many cars, it's a hard deal. Mum and Dad up the back for all the sponsorship. My wife Julie, all my kids at home, everyone that helps us. 2 more spots next year and we could be like Kev. It'd be magnificent. No, and thanks for the Raceway here. I reckon good track. Makes you think about it, makes the guys set their cars up a lot better. So, you know, it's just not with a foot on flat out all the time, you actually got to drive it. So I reckon they're great tracks.
Folks, a very worthy third place. Put your hands together for him, Lucas Roberts. Lucas, come and grab yourself. Come up here on the podium. Come and stand right there. In second place, someone get him a can of Coke and a smoke. He needs it. He's got a lot of people to thank here tonight. I'm just going to say him by what we call him. Please make him welcome in second place, John Leslight. Come across here. I had a tear in my eye tonight, mate, when you come back. I thought you were dead set cert for this. But I tell you what, he had something left up his sleeve he didn't show you blokes. But unbelievable. You've got a lot of people to thank. It's been a big weekend for you.
A really, really big weekend. Everybody's been great. The car went great. When the stoppage came, they said he was 1/1000th of a second in front of us across the line. And but all in all, he was faster in the last 7 laps, and that's the best I could do. And I know second sucks, but it's not too bad for an old fella. Thanks.
Folks, give him a big round of applause. We'll get him up here on the podium in position number 2. Wow, back-to-back Australian titles. Tasmania number 1. He has set what has been the pace all weekend, and he's now accomplished what he was after, to really set back and make certain that people know that he is a worthy Australian champion. Please make him welcome reigning Australian number one and the new Australian number one, Kevin Podium. Mate, do you reckon that might just shut him up?
No, probably not. We can just hope it does. Oh, crikey. This is just so sweet. After last year's deal, you know, we felt we had something that wasn't finished, you know, and I hope this puts a finish to it and puts a lot of people, you know, the critics, quieten them, won't shut them up, we'll quieten them.
Mate, that was a fantastic effort. When the stoppage came and you got back in front of Leslight, 1,000th of a second is what was between him staying in front of you on that start line, 1,000th of a second. Mate, you had something left. John said I had nothing. He said I couldn't chase the last 7 laps. He said he was gone. Mate, tremendous effort. You've really done well this weekend. The crew have really been an integral part of the victory.
Without a doubt, like my crew, all of them are volunteers. Like we're not a big dollar show by any means, and all the crew's volunteers, and they work hard. And mate, this win is as much theirs. But there's one guy out there, or 2 guys out there on that bank or 3, sorry. This win and all the wins too. John Randall does an amazing amount for me. Danny Smith from Rocket Race Cars just builds just the best race car in the country, and mate, I don't know if anyone can doubt that. And Troy Russell from Melbourne Performance Centre, he builds me engines, and just does what we want, and mate, just performs extra well. Yeah, thank you. But mate, there's just so many people I've got to thank. A couple of locals actually, Westco Trucks, jumped on board to give us help. What is it? Ives Containers, Rod. Thank you guys very, very much. Randall Transport and Shipping, Mitchell's Plastic Welding. Michael from Mitchell's does a heck of a lot for me. Rowan from Tong Sheet Metal. Troy, like I said, from Melbourne Performance Centre. Mini Crane Hire. Crikey, I hope I don't forget somebody. DuPont, Colour World. And yeah, but most of all I'd like to thank as well is my wife, who's put up with me doing this for 16 years, and she put up with my bad moods probably for the last 12 months on this deal, and I'd like to thank her heaps, and my 2 kids, Lisa and Nathan.
Folks, let's hear it for him, a very worthy champion. Please put your hands together for him, Australia number 1, Kevin Podium! Alrighty, jump up there. Unbelievable. Trevi, what a big night. I don't know about you, mate, but I'm fresh off to the hospital to go and get my larynx transplanted. I'll tell you, what an unbelievable final. 33 laps without a stoppage, and he had something left in the tank to drive away from Johnny Leslight, and that is no mean feat on this track. Leslight was the man of the hour there for some time.
He certainly was, Wes, and as you said, he's proved a point this weekend, Kevin Purton, back-to-back Australian titles, and geez, Lucas Roberts come on there barnstorming towards the end, but probably just ran out of laps, I guess, to try and get Leslight and take the fight to Purton. But that car of Kevin Purton's looked like it was on rails there all the way through that event, and a couple of times just made us slip up once or twice, but the rest of the time it was perfect, and full marks to him and his crew. Special with 4 big monster trucks here next Saturday night, along with 31 sprint.